Yeah, hi team. So welcome to the session. We will be waiting for some time to others to join and then we will go and start the session.
Yeah, hi, good morning. Yeah, so we'll wait for that. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, hi team. So I think we can go and start the session. Meantime, if others are available, they can join session. Let me just share my screen and we'll continue from. So before start, right? Uh, is today's session is the first session for anyone?
For me,
Okay.
Niketan. Yeah.
Yeah, Niketan. So like I hope like the recording is already available and you have gone through the recording. If not, please go through that one. So yesterday we have covered that introduction and we have covered like different aspects of the Oracle Apex. So whenever you get time, right, please go through that one so that okay you will link the dots today.
Sure.
So if you can introduce yourself, right, that would be great.
Sure. Yeah. I have total 15 plus years of experience in Oracle, where I have extensively worked in Oracle Fusion environment with OIC and VBCS. So in my current project, currently there is a need of APEX, so that's the reason I'm looking for APEX.
Okay, great. So here we are going to start from the scratch. So if you know Oracle Apex, well and good. If you don't know, right, no need to worry. We are going to start from very basic. So yeah, that is what we have. Now let me just go and share my screen. So yesterday we have seen that cloud computing offerings that okay where Oracle Apex can be used. Now we'll go and see the next one. So single database instance or multiple workspaces. So in Oracle Apex, right, whatever we'll go and create, right? So it is on top of the database. So on top of database, right, what we do, right, we have to go and create the instance, right, or workspace. So that workspace is nothing but the schema only. In Oracle database, what we have, right, we can go and create the schema within that one. So that okay, multiple team members can go or multiple teams can go and work, right? So same way in Oracle Apex also behind the scene schema will be created, but we will call that name as a workspace, right? So it means all that application and everything will be sitting into one single workspace. Now, if suppose we want to go and access the other schema, right, or other workspace, so same way like how we give the grant access to the schema, right, to one schema. So same way we can go and give. So if you see, right, single database will be there, right, Oracle database. In that one, right, based on our requirement, right, we can go and create a separate workspace. For example, multiple teams are there, like sales department, support department, HR department, right? They will go and maintain their own data and own applications. So what about it? We can go and create a separate workspace for them, right? So workspace will be nothing but behind the scene. It is a schema only. Now, when they want to access each other, right? So we can go and give the grant access to the schema so that okay, they will able to access one other, right? So schema is nothing. Workspace will be nothing but like a schema only. Now we can go and create one schema. We can go and create many schema based on our requirement, and those schemas can be accessed across if we give the grant access. So they can be go and access the data. So that is the concept of the workspace or the instance. Now, as I was mentioning yesterday, right, that security is kind of a inherited only, right, or inbuilt only. We are not going to make any uh, security code and all. So, if you want to just understand from high level, right, what will be the like kind of a security will be there. So, if you see it, so end user will able to see that application, right? So that is a user. Now, whenever they will go and request anything, right? So all the things will be happening through network encryption. Then data reduction will be there. Then the database vault will be there. Then transparent data encryption, Oracle key vault. So all these things right behind the scene will be coming as an inbuilt only. We'll not able to see the security. We cannot go and modify the security features. But this is how right Oracle has designed that security behind the scene. So due to that reason, right, our application will be secure at all the time without writing any custom code for the security. So these are the cloud infrastructures are available in the across the globe. So when we go for the cloud solution, right? So what happened, right? As I was mentioning that, okay, the solution will be available 24/7. Why? Because the data centers are available across the globe. And this is that official website for the Oracle Apex from where we can go and see that all the things. Now, recently this application got upgraded. So when you go and look for this one, right, apex.oracle.com. So this will redirect us to the different page. So let me just go to that one. So if we come to that, right, apex.oracle.com. See, it has redirected us to oracle.com/apex, right? So we can come here and we can see this one. Now in this one, right, like we can go and see that is only Oracle is using, or like will this be used by any big companies and all, right? So if you go and see right here, you can see that, okay, who all you are using, right? Trusted by the world's leading organization. So NRI, Manage RE, right? Tracklon and Synosis Health, right? They are using Oracle Apex for their day-to-day operations and all. So it means like it's not that only Oracle is using, or like we are using for some small purpose, right? Even big companies, organizations are using Oracle Apex for their day-to-day. Now the next will be, so from here, right, we can go and see the success stories, like how they are using the Oracle Apex or benefited, right? So for example, and if you see it, all are a different industries. This was a healthcare industry. This is a transportation industry. This is a business, right? When you click into this one, right, so here we can go and see that, okay, how Oracle Apex is helped them, right? So like their co-founder and CEO, right, they have given the complete information that, okay, how Oracle Apex has helped their journey in the development. So we can go and get all those informations that, okay, what it happened, right? Now we can come back again. Now if you see right here, we'll get two options, right? Get started and sign in. So we can go and click into get started. So here if you scroll down, so run Oracle Apex anywhere. So what are the possible ways, right, we can go and use Oracle Apex? So if you see it, free hosted workspace. So it means like if suppose we just want to learn, right, learning purpose and all. So what happen, right, we can go with the first option, free hosted workspace. So what happen, right, in that case, right, we can go and create our workspace on top of the Oracle Cloud account. So what product development team has given, right? So they have given this free hosted workspace on which, right, we can go and create our workspace and we can go and start using. This is only for the learning purpose. We don't have to go and use any real project here, because in this one, right, the admin access will be with the product development team. So if tomorrow they want to shut their database, right, so they can go and do. We cannot say that, okay, our code was sitting there, right, or our customer data is sitting there, right? So free hosted workspace is there only for the learning purpose, so that, okay, you can go and explore if suppose we don't have the paid account, or if we don't want to install on premise and all. So this is the first option. Second is like on Oracle Cloud we can go and see. So on Oracle Cloud, right, what happened, right, we can go and use Oracle Apex. Now Oracle Cloud account is kind of a paid subscription, right? So like for first 30 days it will be free. After that, right, the charges will come. But Oracle Apex is available as a free service. So it means after 30 days also we can go and use Oracle Apex into the Oracle Cloud as a free one, right? So it means two databases we can go and create up to 20 GB, right? So it means like after 30 days also, like we can go and use the cloud version or the cloud for free for Oracle Apex. There will be no charges, nothing we need to go and pay. So that is the second option, that Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. So in Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, if you click into view pricing, and if you come down, right, so if you see right here, we landed upon this. Now we came to the apex.oracle.com, right? So behind the scene, if you say, we are able to reach to that point. Now if you go and see here, right, so always free, then Apex standalone Apex with the database. It means three options are there into the Oracle Cloud account also. We can go and use the free, we can go and use the only Apex as a service, or we can go and use Apex with the database. So if anyone of you will able to create the Oracle Cloud account, right? So I can go and show you these steps that okay, how on Oracle Cloud infrastructure, right, Oracle account will be created. Then below you can come and you can see that comparison that okay, what will be the difference between all three, right? So we can go and get. So if you set it in the free, right, we are able to do all the things. And if you set it here, the limitation is 20 GB. So 20 GB we can go and use. But in this one, right, based on our requirement, we can go and configure that one. So that is what we have. Then again, same thing, that customer success stories. So we can come back. We can say get started. So this has that options we have seen. Now we can go back again to that place, right? So now we can go and use the multi-cloud also. What it means, right? It means Oracle Apex can be used on the other clouds. It doesn't mean that okay, always we have to go with the Oracle Cloud infrastructure only. For example, some companies, right, will be using AWS, GCP, Microsoft Azure. And if they wanted to use Oracle Apex, right? So how they will go and run, right? So they can go and also run if they have, because Oracle database, right, will be available into other clouds also. If Oracle database is there into those clouds, right? So what happen, right? Oracle Apex can also come as a inbuilt within that one. So it means Oracle Apex is not limited that okay to Oracle Cloud infrastructure only, or we have to use always Oracle's cloud only. If we are using some other cloud and on top of that one, right, we wanted to use Oracle Apex as a service, right? So that is possible if we have the Oracle database there. Then the third option is the on-premise. So on-premise is like we, if suppose we have our own servers and all, right, or the inbuilt things, on-premise applications. So in that also, right, Oracle Apex can be used. So in that case, right, what happen, right, we have to go and download that Oracle Apex, and then that we can go and install on top of the Oracle database. And there we can go and use. So for this also, right, there is no additional costing, nothing will be required. Whatever the Oracle database we have, so on top of that, right, we can go and use Oracle Apex as a plugin. And then the last option is the virtual machine. It means we can go and run the Oracle Apex on the pre-configured virtual machine. So that is like Oracle's own virtual machine is there. Oracle Database 23 AI, free virtual box machine. So in that one, right, Oracle Apex can be used. So these are the places, right, where Oracle Apex can be used. Now what happened, right? For learning purpose, right? Now again, right, in all five options, right, there is no separate way of learning. It doesn't mean that okay, we have to go and learn separate for free workspace, separate Oracle Apex for the Oracle Cloud, multi-cloud and on-premise. Whatever the right, concept, all concepts will be applied everywhere. So it means like only the place where the Oracle Apex will be sitting, right, that will change. Rest all things are going to be same. Whether you use the free workspace, whether you use the cloud infrastructure, whether you use multi-cloud or on-premises. Right? So now what happened, right? We will go and create our free hosted workspace. So we can come here, free hosted workspace, and then if you see, right, we can click into free sign up. So once you click into free sign up, right, what happened, right, we will land up on the form page. So from here, right, we can go and request for the workspace. So this workspace will be created on the Oracle Product Development Team's database. So what happened, right, we have to give the first name, last name, email. So email should be valid because after this one, right, one activation email will be coming into that one. So we can go and give the email. Then we can give the workspace name. Workspace name will be nothing but like behind the scene schema will be created. So some unique name we can go and give. Then country, we can say select that options, agree, and then we can say request workspace. So when you click into request workspace, right, within 2-3 minutes, we will be receiving one email that okay, your account got created, please activate your workspace. So what happened, right, we'll just wait for 2-3 minutes and I will request that okay, all of you will able to create the free workspace. So just to give you that idea again, right? What happened? What is the navigation? So we can say apex.oracle.com. It will land upon the home page. We can click into get started. Otherwise, like we can directly click into sign in also. Once we click into sign in, right, login page will be coming. And here, if you see it, we can go for the request a workspace. So we can click into request a workspace. So this is the page it will come. So this is also will take us to the same thing. So first time all these informations are we are filling, right? So we can go and fill that one and we can click into. So the other navigation is we can click into get started and then we can click into sign up for free and we can come to this page. Okay, so I'm waiting for 2 minutes. Please complete this form and create your workspace so that okay we can go and continue. Let me know once you are done. Or if you face any challenge, right? Or error, let me know. We can go and debug that also.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, okay. I thought some technical issue.
No, no, not
Okay.
technical. Like I'm just waiting for this request creation. So like
Okay.
please go and perform and like create the workspace so that okay.
Waiting for the Oracle to send an email. Okay.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
you guys have to do that one. I already have the workspace account, so I'm waiting for you guys to complete this step.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi,
Hello.
I had this workspace, but like 1 year before, I received a mail that your account has been purged. So, what do I need to do?
Yeah, you can go and create again new. So you can just give the new name. So new account will be created. Or if you want, so if it is already purged, right? So that you cannot go and recover. So what Oracle used to do, right? Suppose the accounts which are sitting idle, right? There is no activity happening. So those
Yes.
Oracle Apex is like deleting those or purging those things. So that okay, unnecessary consumption will not be there.
So,
So
can I
what?
use my same email ID?
Yes, you can use the same email address. Only your workspace name should be unique. I hope you guys have created. So once you create, right, what happened? Right? If you are into this page, you can click into sign in. So like if you are created for the first time, right, you already have would receive that email. Yeah, any questions? Okay, right. So you would have already received that email. So in that case, right, what happen, right? You will get that activate button. You can click into that activate and you can go and set your password. After that, right, how we can go and log in. So if we are into the home page, right, or like first page, so what happen, right,
So
we can go and click into that sign in. So suppose if I will go
I
with
have
this one.
received this email confirmation from Oracle.
Okay, you have received, right? So if you just want
No, I
to
have not received.
okay, not received. So it will take like around 2-3 minutes, or sometimes it can take up to 5 minutes. So you can just keep monitoring that one. So in that one, right, you will able to see that activate button. So once your account got created, right, what happened, right? You can go and click into sign in. So when you click into sign in, right, so this is a login page will come. Now in this one, right, whatever the workspace name we have given while account creation, right? So all this information anyway, you will able to receive over email when you activate, right? So in that one, all that information will be there. What is your workspace name? What will be your username? So username normally used to be that same email address what you have. Or if you have created separate, right? So that will also be there. And then password. So all these three fields will be needed if you wanted to log into the instance. So what I will do, right? I already have that workspace. So I will just open that workspace. So once you put all your information, right, what happened, right, we can go and log into the info. So we can say sign in. So once you see, right, what happened, right, we are able to log in. So this is that how page you will able to see once you will able to log in. So this is the place, right, where all our development and all our application development will be happening. Now, if you see, right, did we downloaded any software? No, right? So all the things is directly on the infra server itself, right? It means we will getting the URL and on that one we will be doing the development. Now, whether this is on the cloud or whether this is on the on-premise, right? So on-premise also, right? Our database will be sitting, right? So there, right, the URL will be there, that IP address. So on top of that, right, Oracle Apex will be there. So in that case also, right, we'll be using that on-premise database URL and then the Apex URL. So this is how, right, the whole this page will be there. Now this screen, right, will be same at all the places, whether we use Oracle Cloud account, whether we use a free workspace, whether we use a multi-cloud, whether we use that on-premise or VirtualBox. Any option will use, right? So this screen is going to be same and the development way it is going to be same in all the places.
So,
Let me know like
one question I have.
yeah, please.
We have taken this free workspace, right? So, can we connect to this database on our SQL developers or IDE, or we
No,
can only connect to that SQL database here?
no. So if you see, right, this is only the Oracle workspace we have. Behind the scene,
Okay.
the database will be there, right? So we cannot go and connect the database externally. If we
Okay.
have our own database, right? Like suppose if we have our own on-premise or Oracle Cloud database, right? Yes, in that case we can go and use. But this right database will be
Okay.
provided by the product development team. So they have provided only for the learning purpose that Apex access, not that complete
Okay.
database access. So we cannot go and connect.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions? Let me know if anyone is able to reach to this page or they are able to log in. Or if anyone face any issues, let me know that also.
Yes, I have created.
Yeah, I'm able to log in.
Okay, great. So this is what we have, right? Now in this one, right? These are the four building blocks what we have. App builder, SQL workshop, team development, and gallery. So what have we'll do, right? So normally, right, for example, if I will say that okay, we have to go and develop one screen, right? So in that one, right, what are the two basic things will be there? One will be the front end, right? The UI, how it will look. And another is the back end, right? Where we can go and create our tables or where our all the data will be sitting. So these are the two options you can call. App builder is there for that UI development. So this, in other words, if you want to call it, you can call as a front end also. SQL workshop you can call as a back end also, right? So these are the two options. Now these two are the important building blocks for the any application development. Then team development and gallery. So team development is kind of like, so nowadays, right, if you see it, when we go and do any development, right, we need some tracking software so that okay, we can go and create some tickets and all. So which is a popular software, right? So if you maybe heard the name Jira software, right? So what we do in the Jira software, we can create some task, then we can go and give the description. We can go and assign that task to some developer. Then they will be working. Once they will complete it, they will change the status. They will reassign to some other developer, right? So all those things will be there, right? So same kind of a thing, right? Suppose if you want to use within the Oracle Apex, so with the help of team development, we can go and do that DevOps activity. Why? Because for application development, we are not paying anything. But suppose development, we are not paying thing, but for tracking, right, we are paying the price. Because Jira software is not free, right? We have to go and create our account and we have to go and pay the some fees for that one to use. So now for development, we are using Oracle Apex, we are not paying anything, but for tracking the task, right, we are paying. So in case if you want to use that Oracle's Apex own, right, so we can go and use a team development. Then the last is the gallery. So gallery is like nothing but the place where some predefined applications are there, which you can go and see. So predefined applications would be available into the gallery. So we'll go and see in detail of all the things. But before to that one, right, I will just show you that how quickly we can go and develop some application, the complete application in Oracle Apex. So if I will just go to my Apex training. Yes. So for example, right, if you have the data, right? So suppose I have some data, which is high school data, right? So what happened, right? The school as of now is maintaining into this Excel format, like or like this kind of a format, or I can open this into the Excel also. Right? So for example, if the companies are maintaining, right, or for example, we need to create one website for the school. Now they are telling that okay, this is the current data we are storing, right? Like for is school wise, right? We are capturing that information and we are storing into the Excel sheet. That okay, how many students, what are the different, right? So different data points are there. So we are storing like this one. As of now, it all the things are maintained as a local. Now on top of this one, right, we wanted to create an application by using this data. So how we can go and do, right? So in Oracle Apex, right, we have the capability that okay, we can go and load this data directly, and the default application would have been also created, right? So if I will say that okay, by using this data, we have to go and create some UI, some web application. So how much time it can go and take? Any rough idea? If anyone wants to say answer, it's okay. Like any wild guesses. So this data should also be there. Backend should also be created, and front end should also be created. So how much time, minimum time, or like in how much time, right, we can accomplish the task? Anyone?
Couple of minutes maybe.
Not in Oracle Apex, by using anything I am asked.
That will take days.
Right? That will take days. But same thing, right? In Oracle Apex, we can do within 5 minutes, under 5 minutes, right? So that is what the development time will be reduced in Oracle Apex. So what happened, right? Now, suppose if you are using some other, right, like HTML, CSS, or React, or if you are using React or Angular, right? So what happened, right? First, we have to go and set up our database. We need to create a setup and database separately. Then we have to go and create our UI. Then we have to go and link both the things. So what happened, right? For to achieve the simple CRUD functionality of the application, right? What happened, right? We need some days and all. But same thing, right? We can go and achieve in our Apex within 5 minutes. So let us go and try to create that application so that okay, we will get that real insight that okay, how the applications will be created. So I can come to the Oracle Apex in environment. So what happened, right? I wanted to create a new application. So I will can go to the app builder. Let it open. So we are there, right? Now we wanted to create a new application. Don't worry, I will be explaining all these options. As of now, right, I just wanted to show you the demo that, okay, how the application will be created. Maybe in your infrastructure, like in your workspace, right, all these things will not be there. You will able to see that no applications and all. This is my testing environment. So like here, the applications and everything would have been already available. So we can see create. We wanted to create an application. So what up, right? Here we can go and use that application. We want to create that application from a file, right? So it means that options are available that, okay, we can go and create application by using the file. So I can go and click into this option. Now what up, right? Whatever the file we have, right? We can go and upload that file here. So let me come here. So this is our data file, right? CSV file. So I can just drag and drop that file here. Now if you said where we want to load this data. So if we already have the table, right? If we have already the backend, right? We can go and use that one, or we can go and create a new table. So for example, I will go and create a new table. I can say high school. On April 26, right? So this is what I created. Now what up, right? Primary key will be the identity column. And now if you see right here, automatically the columns would have been created. So in from our file, right? So if you see it, we told column header, right? So first line contains header. So whatever our first line, right? With that one, the column names would have been creating automatically. And this is how the data will go and do. Now suppose if you want to go and change something, right, to the columns, right? So we can go and click into preview. So these are our column names it will be. So we can go and see that complete information that, okay, if you have to go and modify. Now we can come back again. And now what we do, right? We can say load data. So now when we click into load data, right, what happened, right? Our new table will be created into this workspace, right? So our table got created and all the data got loaded into that one. Now, if you just want to see our application like table, we can go and see the table, or we can go and proceed for the creation of the application. So up to here, right, what happened, right? Our backend stuff got created. The table got created. In that table, the data got also inserted. Now, on top of that one, right, we can go and create that application. So I can say create application. So this is the name I can give, school 1st April 26. Now if you set it in this one, right, based on the data, right, some pages are creating automatically. Home page would have been there, dashboard, then search page and report page, right? Now whatever, I will not go and change anything. I will just go with the default option so that, okay, I can go and see that, okay, what is the default application will be created automatically. Now we can just go and click into create application. So now what happened, right? This is creating our front end and linking with the database. So if you see, right, our application got created. Now we wanted to see that application running, right? So what happened, right? We can go and click into run application. Once we click into run application, we can go and see that login page. Now, did we have implemented any login page, right? No. So that login page also is available automatically only. Now we can go and put the credentials of our workspace. So I can go and log in with this username password and I can just sign in. So if you see it, that login is happening. If suppose I have entered wrong password, it will not allow me to log in. So we are getting the first home page. So in the home page, right, we are getting three options: dashboard, then apparel search, and report page. If you see, right, navigation is also there. So in the navigation also, we will be able to see the same thing. So first I can go and see this search page. So if you see it in the search page, right, what we have in the sidebar, right, we have the filters. Then here the data will be there. Now, if suppose we just wanted to see, right, test data, right? So where the method is test, right? We just wanted to see. When you click into this one, right? If you see, right, it will automatically filter it out. See, only this many records. Now within that one, right, if you want to filter it out with borrow also, right? So we can say, for example, Manhattan. So Manhattan. So if you say without writing even a single code, till now, right, we have not written any code or any single line of code. So what happened, right? But if you say these kind of functionalities are available as inbuilt only, right? So before start this of this one, right, I asked that okay, if you have to create an application, right? So for simple create application, right, which will do create, update, and read, right, we need days and all. But suppose if I will say on top of that one, right, we need this kind of a features also, right? That okay, one page separate search page should be there in that one, right? In the sidebar, right, the filter should be there. And when you click into anything, right, so the corresponding thing needs to be refresh automatically. When you say clear all, right, all the data will come back again, right? So all these kind of functionalities, if I will say that okay, if you have to go and do, right, we wanted to see based on the attendance rate, right, which are less than 50 percentage. So in these two schools, right, we have less than 50 percentage the attendance rate. So we can go and again filter it out, right? So all these things are if you have to do, right? So see, without writing code, we got this one. Now the next page, right, we can go to the report. So in the report, right, what we have, we are able to see all the data. So if you see, right, whatever the data we are able to see as a Excel, right? See this data which I was able to see as Excel. Now same data is available into the UI. On top of that, right, we can go and create a new records. We can go and modify the records, right? So both the functionalities are there. For example, right, I wanted to update the existing, right? So I can go and click into this one. So in this one, right, the method is test. I can say test 1, 2, 3. I can say apply changes. So if you say it, test 1, 2, 3, it got updated, right? So that is what all those things we can go and do. In case if you want to delete, right, we can go and delete, update, and create. We want to create a new record itself, so we can click into create, and if you said all the informations came, so the form also came. We can go and click into create, records would have been created. We can say cancel. Same thing if we want to update anything, we can click into this one. We can go and make the changes update. Or if we have to go and delete, right, so we can go and do the deletion also, right? It means without writing even a single line of code, right, we got the complete CRUD functionality. We are able to read the data, we are able to update the data, we are able to delete the data. Now along with this one, right, what all things we got? So if we come here, right, so we can go to the last is the dashboard. So if you see it on top of the database, right, what happened, we got some graphs also, that okay, how the data will be represented into different formats for the data perspective. So we can go and create the charts also in our applications. So this chart also, right, would have been created automatically, and in our home page, right, these three same options are available. So either we can go from here or we can go to the from the home page to the dashboard and all. So see what happened, we have developed one beautiful application within no time by just using the data, and our table would have been also created. So if I will come here, right, go to the backend SQL workshop. So if you said this is our table which got created 7 minutes ago. So we can go to this table also. We can go and see that okay, all the information about our table also. Any other questions if anyone has? So if you see, right, the table also would have been open.
So in this, by default, the dashboard gets created, right? So that
Yeah, by
dashboard.
default. Yeah, by
So
default
like how
based on
which
the
columns to be it's
data.
considering and all. So is it taking into consideration on based on what? I can see borrow, neighborhood, interest method, right? So here these are columns, right, for the table, right?
Yes. So behind the
So
scene, some query would have been written to see the data like this one into this format.
right. So my question is how why it consider only those columns? I mean, any specific reason that it considered those
No, so
columns?
like it will just do the filtering. So if you see right, some filters it will see that okay, which can be used as a filter or in which all column right, different data would have been available.
Okay, and if
There's
I
no
want to
specific.
change it, we can change it, right? We
Yes,
can.
yes, yeah. So for example, right, we say that okay, we don't need this chart, right? Bar chart we don't need. So what happen, right? We can go to the application code also. So whatever we are able to see, right, behind the scene, complete application is created. Now, if we want to modify, right? So for example, I say that okay, I don't need this first borrow chart. I can either comment or delete. So I will just go and comment. We can go and run our application. See, now only 3 charts will be available. So it's not that okay, that application would have been created automatically. So now we cannot go and make that changes. Now we can go and add our things, whatever we want to make the changes. For example, in this one, right, we wanted to add one more filter, right? We wanted to add one more condition, like one more search method. So we can go and do that also. So it means all the things are possible. We can go and use anything. For example, as of now, right, if you see, right, attendance rate, right, it is giving us as a like checkbox, right? We can go and see multiple, but we just want that, okay, only one can be used at a time, right? So we can come back. So we can see, right, attendance rate. So currently, right, it is coming as a range. So range is okay. We can come down. What up, right? Instead of range, right, we can go with the radio group. And now, if I will go and run the application again, so see, all the things would have been converted into the range here. So like it is disabled because like we have to go and make some more changes. But if you said instead of like showing as a checkbox, right, so it got converted into the
Okay.
filters. So it means like we can go and modify on top of that also if you have to go and modify anything. So this is how easy it is in the Oracle Apex to create the reports, forms, and any kind of a UI. It's not limited to any reports and form. So yesterday I was mentioning, right, that website built with Apex. So from that one, right, we can go and see that okay, in market, right, developers are developing what different types of applications by using Oracle Apex. So we have said, right, somebody has created the complete live hospital management system. E-commerce application was implemented. So if you see it, this is on top of the Oracle Cloud only, or like Oracle Apex only. So this kind of application, if you want to implement it, so that is possible in the Oracle Apex. Then you
Okay.
can go and see, right? Even Oracle is using so Oracle Community Form, Oracle Official Apex ideas. So these are Oracle's official one. So they are also using Oracle Apex for their web apps. We can create that portfolios with the help of Oracle Apex. So from this website, right, you can go and explore that, okay, what all things are possible or developers are creating what different sorts of applications by using Oracle Apex as a place. Any questions if anyone has?
So the users created in the Apex are hosted at the workspace level or at the database level?
So those are at the database level. So in the database, right, they will be having the access to that particular schema.
Uh, like if we want to create a user, so
Yes,
we will create that at the database and give access to workspace, correct? Or
yes, or
is it
within
by
within the workspace also we can go and create. So suppose like this is my workspace, right? And I wanted to create the account for you, right? So we have that administration option. We can come here and we can create. So I will be exploring like initially 4 5 session. I will be giving the complete walkthrough of that in first this workspace or like the instance. So that okay, you know what all that options are there and where we can go and use which option.
Got it. And if we are using on-prem database, so will the Apex be hosted on the web or will Apex be on the on-prem
No, if we are using,
on-prem database?
yeah, so if we are using on-prem database, right? So on top of database, right, this will be installed as a plugin.
Okay, so this will be an installation tool.
Yes.
Okay.
So in
So
all places, right, Oracle Apex will be sitting on top of Oracle database. So behind the scene, Oracle database will be there. We cannot go and use standalone Oracle Apex.
okay. Okay, I mean to say like uh, in VBCS application, we have an option to change the database.
Correct.
So similar to that, Apex is also having that functionality, or it will sit on top of the on-prem
No,
database.
it
Like
will sit on top of the database only.
okay.
But for example, if you want to migrate your application, right? So like we can create a new database and we can go and migrate our application, the front end and back end to that workspace. So in the real project when we work, right? So we will be having multiple databases, right? Dev, UAT, production. So what happened, right? Initially we'll develop our application on the dev database. Once it is done, right, now we have to go and move to the UAT. So we'll not be doing redevelopment again, right? Whatever the application we have developed into development, we will go and export that one. We can go and import into the next environment to the UAT. Once it is tested and working fine in the UAT also, right, then we can go and take from there and we can go and put into the production.
Got it. So
Yeah.
are the Apex pages typically called as Redwood pages, or it's a different?
Yeah. So
Because
themes, yeah, themes are there. We can go and use the Redwood theme. So for example, if you see, right, this is a normal page we have. Now what about we can go and change the theme to the Redwood. So I can come here, theme ruler, and Redwood option is available. So if you see, right, now our application would have been changed to Redwood theme.
okay, got it.
Yeah. Any other questions if anyone has? So now we are at the logical point. We will be taking questions. If
So
anyone has any,
we'll be creating all this, right? So basically at present, I know this is just a demo. So wherein we'll be going through each
yes,
like
yes,
five,
okay.
four pages,
Yeah,
like
so sorry,
five,
like I just mentioned, I
yeah.
think I missed. So like the complete training, right? We will be creating one complete end-to-end project, pause application project. In that, by implementing the pages and everything into that one, right? We will be learning all Oracle Apex concepts. So this is what like the application will be developing. So in that application, right, we will be having the custom login. It means our users, right, we will go and maintain in our own database. So whichever users are there into our database, only they can go and log in. So whatever, right, this kind of a web application will be developing. So we'll have our custom dashboard page. Then we will be having the admin pages. So like we can go and create the users. We can go and create our own users. So as I mentioned, right, whichever users are there into the system, right, only they can go and log in. So if you see user1@gmail.com, I logged in. So this is the user is already created. If this user would have not been there, right, so it will not able to log in. Then if you see it, this is our interactive report. So we'll be seeing that, okay, how we can create a report, how we can go and create a form, right? So this different kind of form. So in the form also, right, we'll be seeing that, okay, how we can create a password field, how we can go and create the LOV, then upload and download functionalities, then switch one. So I have designed this application in such a way that, okay, we will be covering different features of the Oracle Apex. And in each page, right, we will be learning some new concept. Then same page we can go and open in the edit mode. So when we open in the edit mode, right, we'll be getting additional things, right? The audit details and all. These will be coming in the read only mode. We have different delete button, apply changes, right? In the case of create, right, different button will be available. In the case of update, different buttons will be available. Then we will be seeing the second type of report, which is an interactive grid. So it means records we can go and insert in the table itself directly. or if you want to make any changes, update and delete it, so within the table itself, right, directly we can do. There is no need of the separate form need to open. So we'll see that, okay, how we can go and do. Then we will go and see that, okay, within the single page, right, report and form will be there. So here we will able to see all the records, and then here we can go and create a new records. If you have to go and modify also, right, so same thing, right, we can go and modify with by staying on the same page. We can go and modify the information. So currently if you say it here, it is 200, we can make this as a 300, and we can say update. So we have updated the value, updated on 1st April, right? So all those things, right, we can go and see from here. Then we can go and see that parent child relationship, that, okay, how we can go and create the parent child relationship kind of a pages, or the master detail pages, right? The buttons would have been available different positions and all. So that is what we do. Then we will go and give the inbuilt page only to change the themes and all, right? So that, okay, admin can go and change the themes directly from here itself. Then we will go and create the purchasing. So this whole project will be dividing into 4 phases. So this will complete phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 and phase 4. In that one, right, we'll be learning different concepts. Now if you see right here, we'll be seeing that, okay, we can go and create the. So now if you see it here also, it is interactive grid, but custom buttons we have given. We are not using the shaded functionality. We can go and use the custom things here. Now when the same page, right, will open into the edit mode, right, it will be opening into a different means. So if you see it, now we'll be having multiple master details. We have a different set of buttons. So we can go and edit from here, or we can go and add the records from here. So like different functionalities will be seeing here. Then we will be having the sales page. So in the sales also, right, we will have different sorts of data available will be. So we'll be seeing that, okay, how we can go and create that this kind of a tab pages and all. Now in this also, right, we'll be seeing when we go in some value, right, how the other values will be populated. It means the interactive behavior. Now when I will go and change the quantity, right, how the total price will be changing. If I will go and give the discount, right, so 1%, my total price will change 10%, 100%, right? So based on this one, right, the calculation should happen. It means I am doing some activity, some other activity will be doing behind the scene, and it is populating that information. Now when I will click into add data, right, what up, right, the data will be adding. So we'll be able to see this kind of a pop-up pages. Then we can go and see the records here. Now we want to delete, we can go and delete the records, right? So this kind of a behavior, right, we will go and see. Then at the end, right, whatever the data we will create, right, so based on those data points, right, we will be creating the dashboard page. So this is a one project we will be covering. Another project we will be covering is like the workflow approval. So in that case, right, we will be creating the leave application, so that, okay, we can go and apply for the leave. Now that leave, right, will go to the manager. Now manager can go and approve or reject. So that leave approval application will be developing to learn the workflow.
Will
And
you be
then
covering the parallel workflows?
parallel workflow.
It's like at the same time, 2 or 3 approvals are required.
2 or 3 approvals are required, or it will go to 2 or 3 users for the approval.
Like at level 1, there are 3 or 4 authorities, and
Yes.
all of those approvals are required at level 1. At level 2, 2 or 3 authorities are there, and all those approvals are required.
Yeah, so that is like up to your logic. So I will be explaining that, okay, how we can go and design that one. So we can have a single level, multiple approvals, or we can create that one. So that is at the, so when we learn that workflow logic, right? So that time I will be explaining that, okay, where we can go and use those things. And then
Okay.
the third application we'll be creating is like our REST API application. In that one, right, we will not create our own database. We will be using the Fusion data. So we'll be extracting the data with the help of Fusion REST APIs. So we'll be seeing that, okay, how we can go and use the Fusion REST APIs and create a UI on top of that one. Or we can go and update or create records here.
So for the last application we are developing on top of Fusion. So do we need any basic knowledge on the Fusion?
No, 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 no needed, not needed.
No need.
Yeah.
So, and one more thing, like in, for example, in PL SQL, we will use one package to run the complete application. For example, in insurance, for premium computation and for the policy issuance,
Yes,
we'll combine, merge all the programs into one package. So
right,
that package will help to run the application. So in a
correct.
similar way, if I write a backend PL SQL code,
Yes.
so that can be linked to this Oracle Apex, right?
Yes. So that's what like behind the scene, right? It is a database only. If you go and see right into this page, not this one. So here, right? So when you go to the SQL workshop, right? So here we'll able to see all the things, packages, procedures. So all those package procedure functions, right? We can go and call into our screens.
Okay.
So tables would
Okay.
have been their package procedure. So based on that one, right, we can go and call. So we'll be seeing all that PL SQL things also.
So it's like the next version of like Oracle forms are there, no? So this is the advanced thing.
Yes, so like for that
So
Oracle Forms, right? Replacement is Oracle Apex.
okay, agree.
Hmm,
Thank you.
yeah,
Mm, mm.
because Oracle Forms is a legacy application. Now everyone is moving to the cloud, right? So when that cloud transformation is happening, so all the companies are going for Oracle Apex only.
Okay.
Hmm,
So there are few. I think there are few standard services or API calls provided by Apex, correct? So are we going to discuss on those? Like,
Yes, we will be using that one, right? So that as I was mentioning it, the seeded page, right? We are modifying, right? So in that case, right, we will be using some default Oracle Apex applications also, APIs also.
okay, got it.
Yeah.
So for single sign-on, let's say that I know this is I think you're creating the users in this. So in case if I
Yes.
want to have an anonymous user who can go and check everything, that's one. And the other is if it's a single sign-on user
Yes.
in a bank or let's say in any company, right? You have multiple users. You
Correct.
don't keep creating the IDs in the database. I mean, in
Yes.
that case,
No.
how?
Yeah, so we have that inbuilt security for that one. So it's the login method only we need to go and change. So for each application, right? Like it will be asking, for example, this is the application what we have, right? So we can go to the shared components and authentication schemes. So here by default Oracle Apex account will be there, or we can go and create our own. But here, right, we will have that option of the single sign-on also. So we can go to the social sign-in, and here, right, we can go and configure our application in credentials. Then when you go and log in this application next time, right, it will redirect you to the your company's SSO page.
Okay.
And one question. So how often this updates releases would happen? Like what would be the upgradation policy, or do we
So
discuss?
normally like every 3 months Oracle used to upgrade. So they will be
Okay,
coming with some new features and also around 3 months they used to come.
okay,
Yeah, but like suppose in between, if suppose some critical patches will be required, so they can go and release that also. Because if suppose something
okay,
is breaking, right, and
yeah,
is impacting users and all right, so they can go and give the release earlier also as a patches.
okay.
Yeah. Okay, I think we can just wrap up the session today
Last,
here.
right. So will
Can
that
you
be
share
con-
us? Can you share us the Excel sheet and this video?
Yeah, so video recording will be shared with you. So you can reach out to Prasad.
Who is Prasad?
Okay. So like the number which I give, right? So you can reach out to this number or this email address and like they will be contacting with you.
Okay, and the Excel sheet that you showed for
Yes, everything
creating.
will be shared with you. So yes,
Okay,
today's recording session today's and my daily.
just 73960.
one last question? Like,
Yeah,
so
please.
you said there would be a quarterly maintenance or ad hoc maintenance. So will the maintenance be considered as a offline maintenance, or it will be a downtime for the application, or uh,
So main no, it will be automatically upgrade will happen. So there's no separate downtime will be there.
Okay, it's an offline upgrade.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you all. So we'll be connecting tomorrow, same time. And if anyone has any other questions, we'll be taking those questions tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you.